Greetings and welcome back, one and all, to City Skylines and to the City of Anoon, and specifically the Growery, or rather looking out across the city from the Growery. We have done a few things in your absence. Firstly, I have finished this enormous roundabout, very high capacity roundabout, prettied it up with a couple of trees, probably much bigger than we actually need, and the downside is I can't build anything along the edges, but we'll have to live with that and see how we can grow with it. I've also added roundabout over here. I've additionally made this a one-way system, this a one-way system, this a one-way system, and then down here, output points for the one-way systems. Actually, you know what? I'll make this one an output as well. Now, I've done all of this in hopes that I can fix some of the problems with traffic that we've been having. As you've no doubt all noticed, the traffic from this area is, frankly, amazingly bad. No matter what I do, that seems to go a bit awry. Okay, well, that'll have to work. But this does seem to have helped a little bit in that all of the traffic now can get off or onto the highway easily enough, and then coming down, it has a specific, this is for tankers coming in and this is tankers coming out area. So we're not getting the huge pile-ups of traffic that we were seeing before, which has significantly improved things. Now, back to the Growery for a moment. We have two new crematoriums, not both of them in the Growery, of course. We have the Hater Glad You're Gonery, which is named for, well, named Hater by request of Hater's Gonna Hate with an 8 at the end. How very cunning. And we also have this little crematorium just tucked behind a couple of shops called the Pyro Shark. Oh, no, Wat Bakery? No. Wet Bakery, that was meant to be. There you go. Named for Pyro Shark. Well, actually, named for Yummy Bacon Production, but apparently that was an old name. Their name is actually Pyro Shark. And why would I doubt them? With a name like Pyro Shark, it just practically speaks trustworthiness. Now then, it's unfortunate that all of these junctions... Actually, that one isn't too bad. This junction here could work for us. I'm going to have to lose this building. But in this episode, as I mentioned, we are going to be working on the Bone Dragon Henge area. There we go. We've got a connection there now as well. This one isn't going to connect, unfortunately. That's just not going to happen. Not with the support pillars where they are. I suppose I could move that, but... Oh... I'm not sure. This junction here is pretty important. I mean, it's quite arbitrary in many ways, actually, when you think about it, but there's a lot of stuff linking up to that, and I don't want to have an extra junction other than that, so we're going to leave that one as is. Now then, let's continue along the waterfront. We're not going to have homes along here, but we will start having them from about this point onwards. But first, we've got to fill out this area, I feel. And we are going to do that with... Let's go for a nice curve. Starting here, we'll do this one freehand. So about there. Want this to curve up and around. And then head back down to join up there. There we go. No? Apparently no. Apparently that is not allowed. Very well, we'll just accept that then. We'll just have it like this. We could have a little road just branching off. Maybe just going up here, for example. This will allow us to get a couple more buildings, and also, if I want to put a service building, then I've got a road to connect it to. Now, once again, we want to go for primarily residential in this area. I'm not going to connect up to the road that's leading off the highway, though, off the roundabout, or at least... Not with this. Actually, I suppose I could do low-density commercial there. That wouldn't be too bad. Now, I need to make sure that we've got adequate water going all along here. We'll just run this water mains all the way along this road. And all the way back down here to connect up to the main one there. And across. There we go. Gonna need a little bit more over here. That should cover everything we need there. Okay, now, how's our water doing? It's actually still doing pretty good. We're doing amazingly well for power, considering everything. How are we doing for everything? Incinerators, we're doing brilliantly, honestly. Healthcare, cemetery usage, 68%. And we've got more than enough incinerated again! Damn it! We've got more than enough human bakeries to take care of everything else. As for health, it's actually going up. The average health is improving, which I'm very happy to see. Fire department coverage, ooh, not really that great. I feel that we could easily afford to run another big one. Mainly because I've adjusted taxes slightly, and I should probably go over that. I've increased the taxes very slightly for my high-density commercial residential offices slightly, but I've pulled down the taxes on my industry to try and help them out, considering they're having such people shortages. Damn it, we need more peoples. But oddly, there's just not that much demand for more residential at the moment, which is kind of strange considering. How are we doing for police coverage? We just are not having much trouble with criminals. It's fantastic. We've got 3 police areas. 1 police station, like a proper station, police headquarters, and 2 police stations. I'm frankly amazed with how well they're doing. Our capacity remains dire compared to the eligibility there. High school, we could do with another high school. University, we're fine. But for now, I think the biggest thing I want to do is get a better fire station. And we're going to build that down here. That's actually a good place to put this. So we'll have the fire station just tucked away down here. Hopefully it'll make everyone pretty happy there. There we go. That has massively reduced the fire risk. And that'll serve a whole lot of people who are going to be having their homes in this area, I imagine. Alright, let's get in there. What are we going to call this one? The Zweihander, sorry. Where they chop fires with enormous swords. They swing the sword so fast that the air itself blows the fires out. The force, the air shockwave coming off their enormous sword swings. Very, very burly firefighters here. Enormous men. They're like 9 foot tall, every one of them. They're the precursor to Space Marines, don't you know? Now, we do seem to have quite a lot of residential here. That's all built up. That is fantastic. I think we'll start working on this side now. One thing occurs to me. Bone Dragon Henge was actually originally meant for my office district, but that seems to have gone by the wayside a little bit. Now, how are we going to connect this up? I think what we want are some more connections like these ones. Let's do this freehand so we can get it to look a little bit better. There we go. Fantastic. I'm sure that little junction there is not going to make anyone happy at all. But, well, they're just going to have to live with that one. We will have a regular... yeah, we'll have a road running through here. Just up to the university there. Can I connect this at all with a path? It looks like I should be able to. No? Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well, let's just try and get this path over here then. There we go. I'm very sorry. House, that was a lovely house. It is now gone. We'll make it up to you with trees. Everyone loves trees. Some extra trees for you. There we go. So yeah, I'm not a bad mayor. Just misunderstood. Alright, let's get a bunch of high-density residential in here. Right around the university there. That should actually be a pretty popular location for people to live. Well, not so popular as necessary, I suppose. There we go. And we'll go on to the maximum speed. I think we probably could do with another park. Let's actually have a quick look at the leisure time around this area. Well, actually, they've got loads. These guys, though, dire situation for them. Let's go for a plaza with a picnic table. We could have this Oh, we're not going to put it there. That would ruin the aesthetic. We could have this one about there, I suppose, but we're going to lose a lot of houses to have it there. I'd rather not if I can avoid it. Can we get a smaller park anywhere? Oh, I know. We haven't had one of these little gardens in ages. Let's go with one of these then. We'll have it right there. That'll please them. There we go. That's not too bad. And this one shall be called the Earth Ember. There we are. Earth Ember Garden. Did that name go through? Yes, it did. Fantastic. Okay, they should all be happy with that. Things are going well so far. Now, as for unique buildings, do we have any as that I haven't placed? Don't think we do. No, we do not. Very well. Okay, next then, we are going to start building out the residences in here as well. Ultimately, I would like to reserve this whole area for offices, if I can. Also, thinking about it, we'll probably have a path leading across there at some point. But for now, we'll bring this out here. We'll go with a regular grassy road for this one. To about there, I think. And then we want to freehand this one around, then along this line about there. Then I think we'll curve this up. Nice big wide curve. There we go. Fantastic. Again, this will be a massive office district. Probably all of this will be an office district, honestly. But we can bring this across for now. Like so. Just make sure it connects properly. And there we go. Probably need to bring down some... we'll have a tree-lined area here. Just coming out about there. And then connect it up with this. That's a little bit severe, but okay. We'll do it. There we go. I will actually go ahead and put these offices in now. And these ones as well. There we are. We don't have the need for them just yet, but fairly certain we will in time. There we are. Unfortunately, that's going to be a bit of a pest to fill in. Not even sure how much of it I'm going to need to fill in. This is not in any way, shape or form efficient. You shouldn't build your waterways like this. This is more like the waterways in some sort of RPG. Just immense labyrinthine sewer works. You shouldn't build waterways like that. No, 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 no. Learn from my mistakes, everyone. Now, how are the buildings around there doing? That's actually not too bad. We will have a bunch of residential in this little chunk, I think. Actually, no, I really do like that whole area to be reserved for it. So we'll continue building up here then. Let's go with the regular streets, the regular grassy streets here. We're going to have these ones just branch off straight down to around there. And curve up. Let's go for freehand, actually. There we go. And we could... There's part of me that does want to connect it to that, because it just seems like such an obvious place to do that, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So instead, bring this up. We can use the dotted line to try and gauge how this is going to run alongside. Ooh, actually, we'll connect it with this road here. I was going to say we can use the dotted line to see how it's going to run up alongside, but there's no need. So I'll just connect this there. And I am mixing the types of roads. Some will have trees, some will not. Just to give it a bit of variety, really. Now then, how are we going to link things in here? Let's go with a junction right there. Actually, ooh, that's already got a very close junction there, and I'd rather avoid that if I can. So instead, let's run this up to about there. This one across. We'll have them merge. Like so. There we are. That does make this area look a little bit skew-whiff, but it should be okay, I think. Again, I like odd shapes, odd angles. They please me aesthetically. Can we connect to this at all? Yeah, we can connect there. Sure, let's do that. That could be a little low-density commercial, because we do have a need for more commercial. Let's fill all this out. And down here as well. We're really pushing the residential at the moment. The population was probably expanding a little bit faster than I should allow it to. I probably should consider reining that back in. But we'll see how that goes for now. Now, all of this area can be used for additional commercial, because we almost constantly have a desire for commercial. In fact, I wouldn't mind having this for high density commercial along here. There we go. And then some low density commercial down here. There we are. Right. And of course you want water. My lord. Will these demands never cease? First you want power, then you want water, next you'll want reading. Oh wait, I've already given you that, so you probably won't... Well, actually you do still want reading, because I haven't given you enough. I mean, enough. You should be glad that I give you books at all. Peasants. The gentry, of course, they should have vast academies of knowledge. Which is ironic, because I put the university down in Bone Dragon Henge. Perhaps I'm not really aligned to the gentry after all. Maybe I'm just pretending to be one of them so that they continue to fund the college for the lower classes. I'm trying to lift you out of the mud, little by little, bit by bit. I have to be cruel to you, publicly. But deep down, you are my people. And I am trying to elevate you out of this pigsty that you call a life. We'll go with that. Avak, populist hero, here I come. The police still don't have much to do with themselves, which is always a good thing to see. Though, that said, talking about education, I actually think it probably would be wise for us to go for an elementary school or a high school. We could go with a high school, actually. Let's see, we could place it here. It's relatively near to the university, and this would actually please a lot of people, I imagine. So, actually, yeah, we'll pop it there. There we go. Huge amount of pleasure. I approve. Okay. We shall call this one the Abyss Sneaky Lunery. I mean, the gentry thought that they were funding a gambling den to keep the people in line, but really, I'm giving you books. Oh, how the tides have turned. I can only hope that one day when the masses realize that there's like a handful of gentry controlling a bajillion uneducated workers, that they will remember my kindness, my subtle kindness, and will allow me to keep my giant gold-gilded mansion up on the hill. Right, how are we doing for population of workers? Not so great, though. Far fewer abandoned buildings here, but the growery really is suffering. It always suffers. The growery is always the one that suffers, which is unfortunate. You're all doing fairly well down here. You're all operating at level 3, which is great to see. And we do need these guys. As much as some people say, oh, why don't you get rid of the industry? Because you can just have offices. I could, but my commercial require goods. And if I don't, I'm not producing the goods internally, they'll import the goods. So it's 6 of one and half a dozen the other. I need them and I don't want them at the same time. This is still a problem. So many trains trying to get through this area at once. What I really need to do is connect up here. I think the next place I purchase will have to be this area, just so I can give the trains an alternate route out of the city, because right now everything is going through this one little junction. And that is not particularly doing well for us. The thing is that by and large, it's not up here that I'm having the problem. It's down here where I've got 3 different trains all trying to get through the same line. Because if the problem was backing up here, then I could create a separate line going down there. Because only some are going to want to come to this. The others would just bypass it completely. But down here, they all want to use this line. There's no other way around it. The only thing I could do is have a separate line. So for these two, would bypass this one entirely and come and join up there. Or even over there, perhaps. I'm not sure. Is there a way that I could easily get this train route down there? I guess there is. And it wouldn't be without precedent, either. Okay, well, actually, let's try work on that. I know this is not as advertised, but I think it will help. So we want to run this more or less along the cliff face here. That is a death trap of a railway. Oh my lord. I mean, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I'm afraid of it. Every time the train drivers come through this area, they don't know if they're going to die or they're going to have a wonderful theme park ride. Let's bring this around. We don't want it to quite go up on the hill like that. Something like this, yes. We want to bring this up as soon as possible. Let's do that. Starting to climb again a little bit, but that's fine at this point. Let's bring that along now, and hopefully all the way up. There we go. That works. That works well, in fact. And I can bring it through here, and bring this down, and then just connect them up with a free hand. Okay, let's drive that back just slightly. Oops. Hey, we've got to 36,000. That happened without me realizing. Colossal city. I've not got any new unique buildings, but I can now build the nuclear power plant, which we absolutely, in every possible way, do not need. But let's actually give these guys a different route out of the city, shall we? There we go. That should help. I also kind of like that my train tracks are just running along this area over the water. A hopeless waste of money, because, you know, bridges like this are not bloody expensive. Not cheap, rather. They are bloody expensive, which is the problem. Also, the maintenance on them is horrifically expensive, too. But that should help a fair bit. Now then. Down here. What are we going to work on next? We've got a fair demand for industrial now. That means we can start painting in the offices again, which I'm very happy with. So let's bring that out there. We'll go ahead and we'll have this be high density residential, but all of this is going to be offices down here. There we go. And we're going to start filling this out with enormous amounts of offices as well. Alright, let's get time to speed up. You know what else I think we need? We need another path between the shopping district and the working office district. So, and because I can, and because this really looks like it's going to be awesome, have a path like this. No? Okay, that's not actually going to be awesome. It's going to be terrible. Let's try it from here then. There we go, that's a little bit better. It's not going to drive the path through the floor. It's trying to, but I refuse. Have a path there. Ah, it still did it. You scallywag, you. I dislike that. A lot, actually. Oh well. No, I really dislike that. We're going to try that again. Let's have a curve on this side. So from here, we'll bridge up, maybe, something like this. Really sorry about your business. Nope. Still hasn't worked. Down and blast. Okay, how about we work from this side? No. That is absolutely not going to work out the way I want it to. Will you ever work for me? What on earth? Right, okay, well, it looks like we're playing silly buggers with this path for now. Let's get you to try and behave, shall we? About there will do. Then from here, we can come down and join up. Nope. Drat. Why is this so difficult? It doesn't feel like it should be. And yet, here we are. Struggling with a path that does not want to be a path. Wants to be a tunnel. That's even worse. You gads. All I want is a footpath that looks pretty. Is that so difficult? Apparently it is. I could go through all of these offices and destroy all of these businesses for the sake of one footpath. Don't think I won't. I will. You're going to make me. Really? You're actually going to make me destroy all of these people's livelihoods? Ah, you scallywag. That is going to just distort the landscape too much, so... Let's try and freehand this. And then maybe just go straight up. Like that. Okay, that kind of works. It's a bit of an awkward path, but okay, I'll accept it. Please just let me go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have a new route for our citizens to get to work. Eventually, we'll also connect it up there as well. For the time being, I think the last thing we're going to do is we're going to move the bus route and extend it out a little bit. So, we've currently got the bus route coming down there. We could then have the bus route... Where are you? Can we not connect to you? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. We'll have this bus route come up here instead. Go there. Around here. Why is it going back down here? Oh, I see. Let's move this one then. Up there. There we go. Actually, no, I don't think we need an extra one. I think I had it in the right place to have it there. Okay. Now, as for the offices, I would like one of these buses to come up this way. And just stop around here. There we are. Okay, we've got a little bit of a gap there, but I'm sure my citizens can walk to a bus stop. There we go. So, Bone Dragon Henge is growing rather quickly at that. I am pretty happy with this so far. We need more industrial. We also need a little bit more commercial. But we'll have to check that out in the next episode. Bone Dragon Henge is coming along fairly well. What I might do is, between this episode and the next, start laying down the minor roads around here. And then we'll just slowly paint in the buildings that we need in Bone Dragon Henge over time as we need them. Because it will take a while before we can fill all of this out. Because we've got to kind of slowly juggle and balance it. Down here, though, how are we doing? Has everyone got work? I think everyone actually has work. And that is why we've got such a high demand for commercial and industrial. We've probably got a huge unemployment. Yeah, it's not going particularly well right now. Though global happiness is fairly high, all things considered. Do we have a readout to tell me exactly how many people are in employment? I might not, but I'm I was certain there was. There we are. Unemployment is 6%. That's actually really high. Unknown has usually been around the 3 to 4% mark, so that's double to or between a third or twice as high as usual, which is frankly unacceptable. We need to get more jobs down. We need to get them down quickly. Though you'll note that most of our population are younger. We don't have many seniors, which are the dark coloured buildings. We have mostly families around here with a very large amount of young adults living near to the university. So I'm actually pretty happy with how things are going for Anoon at the moment. We will continue to expand Bone Dragon Henge, and this will be one of our larger population centres. And in the next episode, I think we'll probably expand out there and hook up to the railway as well. Have things been relaxed a little around here? Yes, they have. Fantastic. That is glorious. We might not need to then, but I probably still will just for the sake of having that extra access. But that is it from me, and indeed from City Skylines for the time being. Until next we meet, which will probably be tomorrow or the day after, do take care.